Welcome back, everyone, to a new series here on Misled Farms and Simulation Gaming. What we have today is going to be Ranch Simulator. This is the first episode in a brand new series here to the channel. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am for this series. If you are, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell. We are primarily a farming simulator channel, I'll say, within reason. But we're looking to broaden the horizons here just a little bit, diversify our channel portfolio a little bit, and bring in some different style of gaming. So let me know down below how what you think of the Ranch Simulator series. If you've never played the game, it is available on Steam. It has gone through a massive update here recently. From what I've gathered, I believe they've actually upgraded to like Unreal Engine 5 for this game, something along those lines. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of the new updates that have been brought to the game. It has been a very, very long time since I've played Ranch Simulator, so we are going to be starting a brand new game so I can take you guys through the first initial steps of getting everything set up. As we trade in all of our farm experience, we now enter the realm of becoming a rancher. We don't know much about it, but I'm willing to bet that our experience on the farm is definitely going to help us out here on the ranch. Let's go ahead and get started. And seeing how it's been just a little while, we are actually not going to skip the tutorial. I believe things have changed just ever so slightly with how you first start off the game. Normally, you got to go out here and collect a whole bunch of different things and tear down this old dilapidated house. But I think it's changed just ever so slightly. So I am curious to see just what we have here with the tutorial. We are on an Xbox controller, so we are not going to be doing the WASD inputs for the game here. So let's go over here to the farm and let's read our letter here and see what we have been left with. That's a pretty good sized ranch, if I'm being completely honest with you here. All right, the note that we picked up reads, "Hello, grandchild. If you read this letter, then you agreed to fulfill my last will and come to our family ranch. It's desolate because I did not have the time and opportunity to deal with it. Come into the house. I left a few things in the attic that will help you. I believe in you, your loving grandfather." That is a very nice note to have left behind by our grandfather. Really, really appreciate it, Gramps. We're going to do our best to take care of everything. So now I feel like our tent right here is, yes, we can save and sleep via the tent. And they want us to access the quest log. How do we get into, okay, here we go. So we have main quest, side quest, and then all of our completed quests. That's good. So current quest right now is inspect the house. Oh, they have really changed this up just a little bit. I mean, not drastically from what I remember it being back in the day, but yeah, this has definitely changed up here for the initial like starting sequence. The house looks relatively the same. However, I don't remember this barn being over here before. They may have added the barn. I might be mistaken. Maybe it was there before and I'm just not remembering it, but I feel like that might be a new addition. Oh yeah. Yeah, this house is definitely dilapidated. Don't fall through the floor. We got ourselves a little radio here. Let's go ahead and turn on the radio. I don't think it's working. I don't hear any music. Oh, do we got to go? I think we got to go upstairs maybe? Oh, now we got to go find the tent, which we just walked by. All right, so we have found the tent. I'm not sure exactly what they want us to do with said tent. I mean, they want us just to save the game. Let's just see if we can save the game real quick. All right, sleeping and saving. Here you can sleep until morning and save your progress anytime. So now I think we're going to actually have to go upstairs. We have to remove obstacles, which we're going to be able to do with our crowbar here. And I think from there, it's just going to be right trigger is going to be our action button to remove some of these items. Yeah, looking relatively simplistic there to get started. So let's see if we can find our way around the house up to the stairs. Looks like we have a little bit of a stairwell over here. And there we go. So now if we move all the way over here, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the part in which we get, I think there's like a little handgun inside this chest, as long as I don't fall through the floor here. Let's go ahead and open this up. There is. Now we have a handgun. We have our $500. We have some ammunition, and it looks like we have yet another letter. So let's go ahead. I feel like the sensitivity on this game is super high. All right, take this revolver. In the forest, there are many wild animals that can cause you trouble. I have left some money and ammo. One thing, you will need a car. In the garage at the entrance to the ranch, there is an old UTV. You will need to use spare parts you find here to fix it up. Good luck, he says. All right. Luckily, I do recall I am a little familiar with needing to set up the UTVs. Let's go ahead and make our way back downstairs here. And at some point, we're going to go ahead and probably destroy this whole entire house, and we're going to look to rebuild. So there are different things that you can do. such as rebuilding like the ranch house. You can build larger chicken coops. You can build other style animal pens. But I also feel like there's a lot of things that they added into the game, such as like being able to build gardens and whatnot, which is significantly different than the first time I actually really played this game. Before, there really was not a lot that you could do. Mainly just take care of some livestock, build some houses, go out and hunt animals, sell some products off. Making money in this game, I will say, is extremely difficult and will be a bit of a process for us unless it's changed just a little bit. Some of the best ways that I recall on how to make money, we are going to need our jerry can here. We can go ahead and set this. Can we set this in the back of the UTV for right now? Maybe not. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, that's right. We got to hold left trigger to place it down. All right, perfect. So if we hold left trigger, it still does not let us. So we'll just drop it right there. Let's just go ahead and find the rest of the stuff that we need. Another wheel. There it is, driver's seat. And thus our last seat is in. So we are all set. We now have a functioning UTV jerry can. And now they want us to place the jerry can, which we can throw right up here into the back. Now, can we rotate the item just ever so slightly? We sure can. So this is one of the updates to the game that I have seen before here in recent videos that have been released about the game, is they added some like food plot areas or little field areas that you can work. So that's going to be a nice addition to the game. And we have some farming experience, so that's definitely going to help us out. Where's our gas station at? It's one thing I'm not too clear on is navigating. Look at this big guy. Well, there, we got our first... We've got our first harvest of the wildlife, so that's good. Let's go over here and let's harvest up some of this meat here. It's going to be pretty nice. Now we get 3 fairly decent-sized chunks of meat. We'll run back over here to our UTV. We'll come over and pick that meat up. Now, there is a marketplace in which you can sell meat. And as I said, that's going to probably be one of the primary means of making any money in this game is just harvesting animals, skinning them up, and then selling some of the meat. Now, as far as the wildlife is concerned, we have... deer, and I believe we also have, there's some areas of the map where you can find bear, so we're gonna have to keep an eye out. Obviously the handgun is not really the preferred method for hunting down deer, but nonetheless we can make do if we absolutely have to. We now need to go ahead and we need to get some gas going here, so let's just go ahead. Yep, we're gonna insert that right there, and then start refuel. I am gonna say I think what we need to do is also go ahead, put that in there, and we'll fill up the jerry can as well. That's going to complete our quest for us. And now what this will do is we can haul this around with us, so if we're ever out and about and we're running low on fuel, we'll also have the jerry can that's going to be full, and we can refuel the UTV right from that. So we can see the jerry can is full, and I'm going to make the assumption and say that our UTV is full as well. Times be tough out here for the rancher. You got to take it where you can find it. Looks like we're at the real estate office. Kind of looks like a bank more than it does a real estate agency, but nonetheless, let's go in here and let's see what they have to offer us. Good day. Are you by any chance the new owner of one of the nearby ranchers? Yes, it is me. In that case, I must give you the construction manual. This book will help you to rebuild your ranch. Keep in mind that construction is only permitted on your ranch territory. Well, that's all I wanted to tell you. Good luck with your ranch. Look, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We now have our construction book, which I think we can access by going into the build page. We absolutely can. And we have multiple different pages. So as you can see, we have different style houses that we can make. Everything that just involves basically wood planks all the way up to your more elaborate houses that are also going to require metal, concrete, so on and so forth. We have different style barns that we can build, animal coops, different style chicken coops that hold 20 hens, 8 hens, 25, so on and so forth. We can build some fences. We are actually going to have to build a well because we are going to need a way to draw some water. And then we can also get into some of the farming aspect of things and building our greenhouses. I know we're not necessarily going to the correct objective just right yet, but I want to sell off some of this meat that we have out here and then see what we can actually do ourselves a favor in purchasing. So in order to do this, what we need to do is open up the door here, and then I think there is like a sell point right out here And then everything it is that we want to sell, we need to place inside that orange square. So let's go ahead and pick up the chunks of meat that we harvested on our way over here. We'll place that down. All right, with all the meat placed out here at the sell point, let's go inside, and I think what we have to do is use our little computer vendor here. And this is everything that we can purchase from the buy station. So bag of wheat to feed our chickens, which we're probably going to eventually end up having to purchase that. We are going to also need an egg basket. As you can see right now, we have $674.56 currently on hand. The livestock, the chickens, everything, they get a little expensive. So we're going to have to do our best here to manage our money for initially getting started. I would say wood bucket, I'm pretty sure we could use just for pulling some water up out of the well. But let's go to sell first. And now you can see our wild meat shows up. Sells for $15 a piece. We have 6 pieces of it, so we're going to make 90 bucks off of that. That gets us up to 764. We need an egg basket. We are going to do a bag of wheat just so we can keep our chickens fed. Bullets, I actually want to say they brought the price of bullets down from the last time I played this game. We will add our wood bucket to the cart because we are going to put our well in. And you can see here some of the prices for seeds to get some of our gardens up and running is really not that expensive. So that's pretty good to know as well too. But I feel like for right now, we are pretty much all set. I think what we can do is go ahead and click on our cart, bag of wheat, egg basket, wood bucket. We're going to go ahead and check out. I also feel like we need, and this might not be the correct place to purchase, but I think we're also going to need some concrete, which is probably going to be available over at the hardware store. So let's go pick up the stuff that we just purchased. I just now remember we're probably not even going to have enough room in here for all of this stuff, but let's see if we can get it all into the UTV real quick. Oh, we got plenty of room. I just don't know if we're going to have much room for anything that we're going to have to pick up from the hardware store. So I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and mark our ranch. I think we're going to head back over to our ranch. We're going to drop these items off that we currently have in the back of the UTV off over at the ranch. And then we will make our way over to the hardware store, at which point I think we're going to pick up a couple bags of concrete. Because we have everything that we need so far, we're going to make our way over to the tent. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of sleep. And then in the morning when we get up, we're actually going to look at trying to get a chicken coop built and maybe even start trying to build ourselves a new house. Nice bright early morning here on the ranch. Let's go ahead and just quickly unload some of our stuff that we picked up at the general store. We'll get our bag of wheat out of here for our chickens that we're going to have hopefully here before too long. We'll have some on the farm. We can get some eggs produced. We'll take the basket out of the back. We have arrived to the hardware store. All stores have terminals through which you can make a purchase. Go to the terminal and press the action button to get started. Let's do just that. Let's see what they have for us at the hardware store. So we can buy wood planks, but we do need, unfortunately, we are going to need the cheap table saw. So that's going to be a pretty big expenditure here early on for us in this game. Let's see. I also am going to need some bags of concrete. So unless I've looked right over top of them already, need to see exactly. There it is. Concrete bag, 5 kilograms, 50 kilograms for $250. So let's add, we'll do 3 of those. So that gives us 150 kilograms there for a lot cheaper of a price than what it is to actually buy these bags. We'll also go with the cheap table saw. And then for right now, we also need the axe so that we can cut down some trees. And I think from there, let's go ahead and purchase all of that. We'll check out, man, $408 left already in the bank. And hopefully we have enough room to actually get our table saw over there. Thankfully, they package it in this nice little box for us. So that's perfect. And so now comes the process of figuring out where we want to put everything down at. So basically this whole area that we have right in front of us is our entire farm. This fence here looks like it got knocked down. So at some point we'll look to rebuild the fence a little bit. Now, the house, we could knock the house down. It's going to take us quite a bit of time to get that knocked down. So we can start to work on that just a little bit. Probably should park the UTV actually in the garage so it doesn't get rained on. But we can go ahead and start cleaning up some of this stuff here because we just know that this house just isn't going to work for us. Need a crowbar to start demolishing. So actually, I might have to run back to the hardware store because I'm pretty sure I don't have any sort of crowbar You know what? And I think we're actually going to need that before too long. So what we might do is just make another run down to the hardware store and pick that stuff up. All right, back here, we'll add our crowbar to the cart. We'll go ahead and check out with that. So now we are good to go. Now, the problem is they're saying to pick up all these items and put them into the UTV, put table saw in the car. We've already got all of those items. So I'm not sure what actually I need to do. Maybe I can just drive back to the farm and put those items into the UTV, and it'll still allow us to complete the quest because I kind of did everything out of order for the most part. My bad. So here it is. We have a bear. He flipped our UTV, but we got him. Let's go ahead and skin him up. We'll flip our car. We'll put that back on all four wheels. And yeah, so we got ourselves our first bear. He was just down here chilling in the city. Then he started to chase us down. We had no choice. We had to put him down. Plus, this will be good. While we're in the area, we can head over to the general store, sell a little bit of this meat, make a little bit of money back for ourselves. We'll go inside here and sell our couple pieces of bear meat that we have sitting outside. Let's go sell for $60. Sure. We'll do that. We'll sell all of that. $60 coming back in. $456 left in our pocket. For some reason here, it's really saying that we still don't have an axe. It's kind of annoying. So we placed the table saw inside the car. Are we really going to have to go all the way back down to the hardware store just to purchase something that we've already done? Something that we've already purchased once before. All right, so we are done. Place your items into the cargo bed using left trigger. We've already done that. We can head on back down to the ranch. And it's looking like we're going to actually have to build a small chicken coop now. Plus, we're going to need the wells in order to get some water for our chickens as well. The question is, are these just like going to serve as free range chickens here for a little bit until we actually get a chicken coop built? Oh, tell me that we already have grain. We did. That's what I get for... Oh, and we already have the wooden bucket. Oh, man, we didn't have to spend that money at all. And so basically, it's like right here is where they want us to pour that onto the ground. All right, so put a full bucket of water in place, accessible to the chickens so that they can drink it. So I'm thinking with that, we do have the water bucket that is inside of here. I'm wondering, yes, we can use that to fill this up. So let's go ahead and set that down. Let's pick this up. There, it's filling up now. So we got a $100 reward just for doing that. Plus now, once we get this placed, it wants us to build our chicken coop. So that's going to be our next order of business out here. So we'll place that down right there. And now what they want us to do, now we get to use our actual chainsaw here. So that is going to be good to go. Let's get our hand tool back out. Looks like we do have a... Oh, it's outside of the barn. Oh, we've already got some logs. Nice. Okay. Okay. Can we pick up multiples? Nope. We can only pick up one log so far. Okay. That's fine. And we'll place that right there. Now we'll get our jerry can back out and we will attach that to our table saw. Now, realistically, what we can do is just come up here and basically place our wood into the table saw. Now, this does burn through fuel relatively quickly, so we will have to make sure that we are turning off our table saw when we are no longer using it. We got ourselves some wood planks. We'll go ahead and turn the table saw off. Let's go ahead and we can carry stacks of wood planks, however, so that is good. It's going to make this a lot easier and a lot quicker for us. So if we insert all those, it's 6 out of 15, so we still need 9 more logs. Let's go ahead and where is... Yeah, cut tree. That's exactly what we want to do. It's going to fall right on our table saw. That's perfect. And then from there, it's relatively easy. So let's go ahead, turn on our table saw. We'll pick this up, install that piece of wood there. So that was 3 logs that gave us 6 planks. So we're going to need to do, we're probably going to need to do at least 5 logs here to have enough planks to finish our chicken coop. We have our first chicken coop. So here's what we'll do is for right now, we are just going to start a little small collection of planks right over here inside the barn so we can keep them out of the weather. So what we should be able to do is go ahead and open up the door here, and I thought, is there not a way to put food down inside of here? Let's take a look at our construction book here real quick and just see exactly what we have. And there we go. All right, so yeah, first couple days here on the ranch, not too much going on. Got our UTV rebuilt, went and picked up a few supplies that we needed to get started here on the ranch. We've harvested a couple animals, made a few extra bucks, and selling some meat to the general store. Got ourselves a nice little chicken coop built. We're probably going to look to expand this here in the near future, especially once we start making a little bit more money and we can have some more chickens. So chickens are actually going to produce eggs. Similar to Farming Simulator, and then we are going to put the eggs in our egg basket, and then we can take those down to the general store. The next episode here on Ranch Simulator is going to see us demolishing our grandfather's dilapidated house, so hopefully we can take our time rebuilding a brand new house here. I suppose what we are going to refer to as Misled Ranch. We got this old barn over here too. We need to figure out something that we're going to do with that. But from here, it's just going to basically be, we just got to keep making money. We have a couple gardens that we can look to get into here in the future as well. That's going to help us bring in some money. The one thing I do not know is how expensive the upkeep is going to be on those gardens, because that's going to be a whole new side of the game that I've never really experienced before. But nonetheless, I'm super excited for the Ranch Simulator series here on Misled Farms and Simulation Gaming YouTube channel. If you guys are just as excited, once again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about this. We have many other games coming to the channel, to include SnowRunner, American Trucking Simulator, and of course, we're going to continue with our Farming Simulator Let's Play series and live streams as well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Ranch Simulator. We'll catch you in the next one.